Let me get my headphones. What am I doing? Oh yeah. Chief officer is missing. Chief Inspector Dog. What his name is.
Be careful, Mr. Holmes.
Where's his office? There it is. Let's have a search.
A box of snuff. Strong stuff.
Box of your snuff. Sounds fishy. What am I missing? Why can't I look at this? What's going on? I'm trying to look at this. It's not doing that. I've got to move.
This must have been an award for long and faithful service.
The gun is missing.
I can almost picture you as an inspector, Sherlock. You'd lie on his sofa all day and still solve more cases than the rest of the police.
Indeed, Mr. Jones. Indeed. We've been through this before, and you know that I cannot allow it. You are an indispensable asset of the department, Placido. Sorry, but your retirement is out of the question. We need you now or never. The city needs you.
Hive master. Crime lords just love catchy monikers.
Empty.
Files are gone, that's odd.
They're empty. They're nowhere to be found, or are they? Look, where are they? Behind here in the safe? Of course. Beatrice Queen. The City Records said Madness End, 1987. Was you under my nose all along? The hell is this?
Now that is odd, to say the least.
Should my newspaper articles all mention Hive and Hive Master are organised corners of play? Wait, a bit back. Bit back. Ooh.
Let's take the ear, Sherry. It'll bring us luck. You'll see.
Good lord, you can't be serious.
Take it then. Right, so there's some corruption going on here. Something to do with that. What's this? Johnson just take the ear from the office. Alright, let's take it then.
Nice. Always play it by ear, pal.
Alright. Go to the archive. Jones! Get to the archive, Jones! 1877. City Hall Records. Miners End. Oh, it's the Chronicle. What's this? Where is it?
Come back once you've dealt with Panzer.
Miners End. Period. That people. Officials. Beatrice Queen, the City Hall Record said Miners End. Oh, City Hall Records. What the fuck? I can go City Hall. Just bloody realised. Hello, darling.
Have you found anything helpful?
Right, Miners End. British. There we go. Queen Beatrice. Business entity registered at 19. Oh, it's a company. What was the name? Sold in Feb. Company for sale, Clay Street, by Stevenson Bridge. We going there? We going there? There it is. Wait, is that what it says? Grove Street. Grove Street. Grove Street.
Hey.
Merhaba. Merhaba.
Clearing out on Hive Master's orders.
Go on, carry on, mate. Carry on.
Clearing out on Hive Master.
For fuck's sake.
Clearing out on Hive Master's orders.
Fucking do it. Talk.
Clearing out on Hive Master. Clearing out on Hive Master.
God's sake.
Clearing out on Hive.
When was it? Type messages. Proxies. Never seen them. Maybe the hive master is the inspector.
There are some chaps inside, and they're armed. Be careful, Sherry.
It's fine, I can kill them. I won't kill them. I'll neutralize them.
Hey, this is Hive territory. Shoot him, boys.
Too simple.
Wait 1 sec. God's sake.
Take this.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
The snuff's ready.
Not that easy. Take this.
Time to knock this guy out.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
Where are you? I'll snuff you out.
Not that easy. I
The
couldn't miss
hell?
the party. I couldn't miss the party. Take this.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
No more crime for you until next month.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Too simple.
The snuff's ready.
There's more. Oh, done. Good.
Everything knits together.
He was definitely in on something.
What a convenient way to pull the wool over the eyes of the customs house.
Ha ha.
Someone's been burning papers, I see.
$10. Alright, +1. Right, I'll be right back. Alright, so that's double. +1. Double. And switch it to minus. And then done. Easy. I managed to restore in front. Bees weeks to Vellum. 50 crates to Vion to Dublin. I finally came to Fasala. Don't know who they are. Who do I ask about this?
Smells of burnt paper. Just another day in a smuggler's office.
They're gone.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Why don't you go and ask your rich friends?
Why don't you go and ask your rich friends? So what the fuck is the apiary? I ain't got a clue.
May I ask for your assistance?
Oh, mister, helping you will be a tremendous honour.
Oh, she knows. West of Wigan Street in North of Miners End. Thank you, woman. Western Wigan Street. Oh, it's there. Oh. La 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 la. Where is it up here?
It looks as though someone or something has escaped.
What the hell?
A statue of a buckled cage inside a city full of criminals. Let's take a closer look, Sherry.
What's this? I ain't doing that now, I'll do it after. I need to go to the prairie. However you say it. Here it is. There we go. Holy shit. Bees everywhere. Hello,
Sir, I'm
sir.
looking for a man who goes by the name of Hive Master.
It's his ear. He's the Hive Master. Oh shit. Isn't it the gun? Oh shit. I'd say he's Placido. I think it's Hive Master.
Chief Inspector Placido.
And what makes you think that?
Why, your missing ear, amongst other things. You need a larger hat. I've been investigating your last case on behalf of Sergeant Stark. Now I think I understand what happened to the Hive Master.
Humor me.
All this time you've been living a double life. A police inspector by day, a crime kingpin by night.
That's a good one. A bored old dog's been chasing his own tail. No, I killed this one. As simple as that.
But why? Everyone deserves a trial.
Wasn't my choice. He and his thugs attacked me when I went to arrest them. It was a kill or be killed kind of situation. Turned out for the best, though. With his cronies dead, not a soul knows what the Hive Master looks like. His own gang Scared stiff of him.
So you assumed his place to dismantle this criminal enterprise from within?
Damn right I did. And after I'm done, I'm not planning to go back. I've had enough of this rotten nest of corruption. But it just won't leave me alone, will it? First, they dismiss my retirement requests, and now they send a sleuth after me.
It's not like that.
I tell you what it's like, son. This is not the first case you've worked on for Stark, huh? That amateur promoted to a sergeant for his merits? I don't think so. You're not an officer. But from what I can see, you are much brighter than the lot of them. So what's your stake in this? You some sort of consulting detective?
Yes. I suppose you could call me that. My name is Sherlock Holmes, at your service.
Then do me a service, Mr. Holmes. Drop this case and don't tell anyone you saw me here. Let me enjoy my retirement in peace.
I have to ask, why are you so fascinated with beekeeping?
I just want a quiet life, away from the hustle and bustle. Watching the little workers like I once watched the criminal world of Cordona. Yes, it suits me just fine.
I have your ear, mate.
I have your ear.
What the hell? Give it to me now.
All right, but let's make it
What
a
the hell?
fair exchange, shall we?
Oh, I don't want the gun or the beehives. I don't want this gun. Give me your beehives, mate.
I want a few beehives in return. I have
My-
space in my
my
garden.
mansion.
Who knows? Perhaps someday I might try my hand at beekeeping too.
Deal. Now go.
I'll consider your request, sir. By the way, I must talk to Sergeant Stark.
Tell him I died a hero. Or a coward, I don't care. As long as they leave me alone.
Really, Sherry? Beehives? How old are you? 130?
Bro.
Unbelievable.
Beehives are good. You can get honey from it. Getting sick of this John prick. Bit of a cunt. Let me talk to McFuckhead. Fucking McFuckhead.
Sergeant Stark's back at his desk. Across from the Chief Inspector's office.
Ah. Where is he? Is that him?
Any news, Mr. Holmes?
Chief Inspector Placido can be presumed dead. I was unable to find his body, but the evidence is unequivocal. He's gone.
I suppose I expected as much, but still it doesn't make it any easier. Placido was a good man. You would have liked him if you'd met him.
Yes, it's a pity. I'm sure I would.
In any case, no matter how bad, the truth is better than uncertainty. Please, take this as a token of gratitude. You've done us all a great service. Thanks again for your help. Good luck, Mr. Holmes.
The man deserves to be left alone.
So much work, so little time.
Alright, I might do some of the main story now. I ain't done it for ages. If I remember correctly, I had to wear that weird outfit. Dear Mr. Holmes, I'll wait for you at Kurt Manchio's mansion on Turquoise Lane. Turquoise Lane from Northern Grand Sarah. There it is. Look like some Elden Ring outfit. Hello.
May I ask for your assistance?
I have nothing to hide, sir, but I've never heard of this.
Could you help me?
I would help you if I knew, sir.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry.
You sure you know what you're doing?
Where is it? Here? Yes. Bloody hell. Some satanic death party.
Welcome, sir.
Hello, everyone.
Enjoy the evening, sir. There is still plenty of time before the grand finale.
All right.
Okie dokie. Blind guy on the piano. Blood fountain. Satanic masks. Skimpy woman. Death party. David!
What if I write an article about these people here? Can you help me? My goodness, Sherlock, they made a blood fountain.
No, John, it's definitely not blood, just wine. Gahor, is it a guess?
I guarantee we'll have a good time.
Oh my goodness.
Can I ask you a question?
Don't take it personally, sir. But I know nothing about
Don't
this.
take it personally, sir.
Do not distract me. It's not easy to play blindfolded.
Oh, there's beauties. Natchez is the best, as always.
Are you able to help me?
Sorry.
What am I even doing? Join us middle information I might use to write an article to expose the elite. Okay. That could be fun.
But I can't be of help with that, sir.
What's in here? Oh, for God's sake.
Sherlock, friend.
How do you know it's me?
I wasn't sure you'd come.
Werner, I see you are not yourself.
The more time you spend here in Cordona, the more I feel it my duty to bring you into our world and show you all we have to offer.
And what is on offer today?
Pleasure, indulgence, relief, and relaxation. You've earned some time.
Why
for
are the
yourself,
elites
have
always
you not?
into some fucked up shit?
Jeremy would say I'm incapable of it.
Nonsense. I refuse to believe there is anyone permitted to know Sherlock Holmes.
Huh. You may be right.
Then free yourself from inhibition and expectation. The night is young, and so are the guests. You should try to enjoy both. It's not healthy for handsome men to spend every night alone, and certainly not in a house filled with such melancholic memories.
I must admit, my travels have proven more taxing than expected. I'm less confident in my life and myself. A time of relaxation seems a distant dream.
So can I tempt you with a physical aid to your moral consolations? There's wine, of course, something to smoke, or perhaps an artificial paradise? Yes, something more spiritual, a potentiator to sharpen the mind. A 7% solution of, well, that'd be telling, but you must try it.
My mind is my most valuable asset, and a finely tuned instrument I will not risk impeding its function. My ultimate duty is to provide the world with truth, and I do that perfectly well as is.
Duty? You've never cared about that before.
Of course I do. Exposing a lie, revealing a fact, that is a moral responsibility.
That's not morality. Morals are what happens afterwards when truth collides with consequence. Do you ever follow up on cases you solved? Do you ever see what happened next? Visit the victims? Ensure justice is served in the courts? And how do you choose where to direct your attention? Are there not deserving causes to which your brilliance could be applied but isn't?
You ascribe me more power than I possess. I have a narrow skill set and work within that mandate. What occurs afterward is irrelevant.
With every action or inaction, you place a finger on the scales of morality. Many in the city would see you as abdicating your responsibility.
I haven't.
Not me, of course. Morality is subjective, just like truth. There is little to be gained from indulging in it, and far better things to indulge in. Now I must insist on easing any burdens I've placed upon your shoulders. Show yourself a kindness, and try this rather delectable concoction.
If this solution truly does assist with thinking, then perhaps it would be puerile to overlook an opportunity to study it. I'll take it with me.
Yes, Sherlock. Very good. And now, our evening begins in earnest. I just remembered. I'm sorry, Sherlock. My mind's delightfully impaired. Please take this key. It opens the altar room, past the library.
Pardon? Altar room? What now, Werner?
Go quickly and find our Fabio. Only you can make him talk. I'll join you in a minute. Let Fabio speak for himself.
What are you fucking on about, mate? What's going on behind this curtain?
I guarantee you will have a good time.
Fuck off.
I need a rest from my insatiable life.
Well-known and recent plays to keep up to date with the current trend.
One of these books must open a secret passage. I know it.
These medieval botany and chemistry books look even more satanic than the occult ones. Romantic poetry and prose. Someone's in touch with their feelings. Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower? Codex Orchis. Why does this occult book sound like a flower?
Evidence.
Curtains do not guarantee privacy.
And you still need a crack, despite being ethereal.
Do you know what was here before Manchios? Do you know what was here?
Occultist architect. The hell?
That's what I like about this party. Bring me more dirt, Sherry. One more piece, and I can expose these base hedonists.
Hedonist.
Enjoy the event, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Let Fabio speak for himself.
Use the altar room. I don't want to go in here yet. For fuck's sake. Oh my god. What the fuck?
My god. Was he here this whole time?
Why is there just a fucking body in here? How else can I find out? Maybe in here.
Manchos had to enforce the masks after the scandal. Manchos had to enforce the masks.
Okay. Did I fail that one?
Manchos had to
Vice Governor Cowden was found by his wife to be Duchess in the company of young men. Although the marriage was intended to be a political one, the omissions of the Duchess were real. Incident instigated a political crisis between Cardona and Prussia. There's only a few notes of protest to go on a fire to his protege.
I'll pin them down, Biscoop. Thank you, Sherlock.
Look at him chilling there. What are these photos, man? These paintings. Why is there just a body here?
This crude tattoo partially covers a slave branding. A blunt force trauma may have suffered an internal hemorrhage. This golden handle has a bloodstain on it. The dagger is heavy and sharp, but lacks balance. This worm-like sigil has been drawn with his own blood. The victim has clenched the fabric so firmly in his fist that it's nigh impossible to remove it. The wound is deep. A precise strike reached the heart. He died right here. The sign reminds me of the astrological symbol for Mars. This one looks like a twisted symbol of Venus, drawn in a hurry.
Oh, enough of them.
Handcrafted and luxurious cufflinks. There's also a note. For my Fabio, Manchos.
Would you recognise me in one of these? I suppose not.
The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The key is similar to the one that Vogel gave me. The capital F on the key fob might refer to Fabio.
Or I might just refer to Locker F.
This is a different ritual.
How can anyone accept such behaviour?
A useful tool for a disguise arsenal.
Not too sure what's going on here. It's a lot of shit to look at.
The pitcher is empty, but with puddles around it. Blood clots are adhered to the sides of the drain.
Blood clot.
What about a quick pillow fight?
Wait, who's that? The fucker's just turned up. It's a nice room. Not too sure about the picture though. That's some fucking weird picture. A vampire. Jesus Christ.
Enough cigars to burn down the entire mansion. Blood. A sturdy bottle met a not-so-sturdy human. It didn't break only because it was unopened.
That could be the murder weapon.
An open wound spoiled the carpet.
He was killed with the bottle and then dragged to the table. What am I missing? This thing.
Why don't people tidy up after themselves?
hell was that? Who is this?
Werner, care to explain
Oh,
what
it's
is
him.
going on here?
On nights like these, it's not unusual for some attendees to get a little exuberant. It's part of the appeal.
Fucking dead body, mate.
Unfortunately, it appears things have gotten out of hand. Yes, some are more prone to bend the rules of morality.
That's murder. I doubt there's anything left to bend. Why did you not tell me immediately? We were chatting about trivial matters for some time.
If I'm completely honest, Sherlock, I've consumed a rather potent cocktail of substances. My attention slips
Dead
and drifts.
person there, mate. Are you
But I'm
fucking
glad
serious?
I thought to call for you.
You sent me a disguise.
Oh dear, did I? Well, since I found the body, Mr. Manchios has agreed that you can investigate the matter. I promise my mind will behave itself going forward.
All right. Pull yourself together, Werner. What is it about these nights that you were so eager to share with me?
Well, they're not always in the evenings, but they are in the shadows. People gather to test their boundaries in a safe and consensual atmosphere, often with more stains than your typical crime scene. But that is the point. Who are we to judge?
I suppose that's fair. What about today, then? Was anything different?
Well, I was invited as a special guest. It was supposed to be a time of both divine and carnal pleasures. A scratch for every unconventional itch.
I imagine you're reeling from your shattered expectations.
On the contrary, there is still spectacle, stimulation, and release, merely in a different form. I like to let life entertain me.
Or death. Mr. Manchios is the owner of the manor, yes?
And the host of Cordona's most memorable parties. He promises even the ugliest guest a partner for the night. And for the ones with more unconventional tastes, Mr. Manchios provides other services.
What a caring person.
You cannot begin to imagine.
How did you discover the body? In between guzzles of alcohol?
I was set to perform in a fecundity rite with Fabio and came to inquire further. It was a staged ritual where he was to play the principle of life.
And the rehearsal was unsuccessful?
Who knows? I found him alone on the altar, his blood dripping to the floor.
And then?
Then I called Mr. Manchios. He was panicking, so I told him about you. We left the room and locked the door. Then we were...
filling time?
Waiting for you was stressful. We indulged in some simple comforts. Overindulged, perhaps.
God.
The police remain unaware of this tragic event?
Some of them may be hiding behind their masks. They conceal many things. But we didn't want the authorities to create more problems. Besides, after a few cocktails, their incompetence will have soared to new heights.
How do you know I even want the case?
I promised you relaxation. If there's one thing I know about you, Sherlock, it's that nothing soothes you more than a good mystery.
Were you well acquainted with Fabio, the victim?
Everyone knew Fabio, or wanted to. His beauty was the talk of the island. Too handsome to go unnoticed. He was magnetic. Fat wallets fought for the privilege of having him. He offered the pleasures of performance, and more.
God.
What about the fertility ritual? There was something about Fabio being a principle of life.
Fabio was supposed to portray the beauty of life's origin. Flowers, oil... Not this travesty that seems straight out the Inquisition.
So this ritual is not the fertility rite. What was it meant to look like?
It begins with a woman lying naked in a flower bed on the altar.
I read this in
She
the book.
represents Gaia, the earth. As I cover her in oils, we chant for the principle. As our calls reach a climax, Fabio enters and copulates with her. After he finishes, I stab her with a dagger. That part's just pretend, of course.
But the intercourse is not?
I did not expect you to be such a prude. Are you a virgin? It is nothing to be ashamed of, but it would explain the color of your cheeks. The fertility rite marks the start of our festivities. The principle
cheeks are you on
of
about?
life is beautiful, intimate, essential. It must not be stopped.
Yet it appears that someone did stop it. What about the naked woman? Can you tell me anything about her?
Oh, yes, Matista. She's one of Fabio's compatriots, and a performer, too. I haven't seen her today, actually.
When you discovered the body, was the door open?
No, it was locked. Oh, that reminds me. It's a minor detail, but the first time I came to speak to Fabio, I left without entering, having been unable to open the door.
You didn't have the key?
No, I had it. Don't look at me like that. I was mostly sober. I suspect there was a key in the other side of the door, blocking the lock.
That detail may very well be major, Werner. Well done. So you returned later only to find the lock was not blocked?
Correct. After an hour had passed, I tried again and was able to unlock the door. That's when I discovered poor, handsome Fabio.
The wounded person was here for some time. A bloody handprint on an armchair. A person leaned against the doorframe. They left a smudged trail of blood. There appeared to be no further traces leading to the altar.
Okay, I've got this key then. What else is there to do?
You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
These crime scenes always...
The herbs here are Salvia divinorum.
Oh.
A slight hallucinogenic effect. This elaborate box must be for the ritual dagger. The ointment smells mouse-like. I presume it is an aphrodisiac prepared from a Spanish fly.
You've got a lot to do, Sherlock.
What am I missing? Oh.
Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains. Similar to the guests' robes, apart from the bloodstains. Props, decorations, and tools for a more detailed set. Identical to the robes the guests are wearing.
So, Sherry, do you have any ideas about the case?
Perhaps. I think I can deduce what happened here.
Let me deduce away. Right, you got hit here with a bottle, I think. I reckon he climbed out. it could be a... What's this?
You're not even trying, Sherry. Concentrate.
Okay. Drugged him out.
The
Yes,
bottle was
there we
used
go.
as a weapon during a scuffle in the smoking lounge. Then, to ensure no one would interrupt, the murderer locked the door. The unconscious body of the victim was moved to the altar room. Once the body was on the altar, the murderer thrust the dagger into the victim's heart. Symbols were drawn with the blood. The wardrobe was used to hide the bloodied robe from anyone's eyes. The killer washed himself and took a clean robe from the hanger before leaving.
Are you all right? You're on the floor, not moving.
I think I know what happened here.
Maybe he's the murderer.
I'm starting to put the pieces together.
Fabio was stabbed.
I see nothing gets past you, Werner. Yes, he was stabbed, but only after being knocked out in the next room and placed here. I do not yet know why.
So, who's responsible?
Well, it was one person working alone, and the murderer has now donned a robe. He or she could be hiding in plain sight. We have lost time, Werner, but your discretion may prove to be a benediction after all. The murderer had to have access to this room. After the crime, he used his own key to lock the door. So, who had the key to the altar room?
I'm not sure. As a special guest, I was provided one by Mr. Manchios. He should be able to tell you of any others.
Where can I find him?
Most likely in the main hall, entertaining his guests. He has a mark.
let you go. They require proof to free you.
Ha! What did you expect? The mighty Sherlock Holmes swans in, tells the officers what to think, and the world obeys?
Of course not. Anyway, I struck a deal with the constable, and I've got a free hand in the investigation. I find proof to solve the case for him. He obtains files about my mother's death for me.
Well done. If one has the power or will and can act, then one must. I wonder, suppose you couldn't get the proof to your truth. Would you tell a lie to the guard that enabled my freedom, knowing my innocence? Would that not be just?
I'm not lying for you.
There are lines I will not cross, Vernon.
Don't like
I will
you.
do my best to secure your release, but with proof, not deception.
Really? How many white lies have you told on this island? Why not for me? Why not another?
That is absurd. I can resolve this without compromises. Do not give up hope.
Oh, one of them guys are in there. How are these guys doing there?
Excuse me, just one question.
Excuse me? What?
I don't want to wear this stupid outfit
I'm
anymore.
not sure I know.
Would you like to report a crime?
Where the fuck do I go then? Okay, I've got to check the table.
Good day. Your ticket, please, if you want me to help you. No ticket, no help from me. Don't look surprised.
Why are all these fucking people in this police station?
I'm doing my part. You should do yours too, Holmes.
Right. What table?
I'm doing my part. You should do yours too, Holmes.
You mean in the... table you on about? Who's that?
The air here is rather refreshing. I'd even recommend that some of my friends visit the place.
So confused. What do I do? I'll be able to see that get some cufflinks.
Is this familiar to you?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Can you satisfy my curiosity?
Nothing I can tell you, sir, but others might know more.
Oh, I am bored.
You've got a
Tell me when
lot
you
to
find the
do,
answer.
Sherlock.
May I ask you something?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Would you like to report a crime?
Do you know anything about this?
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Time to check your who, what, and what, Sherry. Who are you asking?
Maybe I need to go back to the mansion. Fuck's sake, that's so far away.
Is this familiar to you?
Sorry, but I never heard of this.
For fuck's sake.
Help me, please.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
Can't get in there now. He left everything he has for the case on the table. What fucking table? Must be in here then somewhere.
I'm doing my part. You should do yours too, Holmes.
Not this table, that's the archive. Not this table.
Help me, please.
No one listens to us, so why should I listen to you, oofbird?
This is the one I was in.
This area is restricted.
Oh, this is the one I was in. God's sake, man. Waste of fucking time. Alright. Ticket office. What are these keys?
Back on track to solve the case.
What are them keys? Where's this ticket?
I'd like to check the evidence from this case.
And who are you?
Oswald sent me. I'm a consulting detective.
His partner, then? Let me see. Ah, a ritual murder. What a bunch of degenerates. Wait a second, I'll bring it to the table.
Where's all this stuff?
That's not for bedtime reading. This Ex Libris belongs to Manchios Library.
This finds a cupbook in here, a bag, Johnny Rest, a context Libris, the tomb was taken from man. The fuck? Mate, that's what was there.
The book describes a ritual similar to the one performed in the altar room.
9 clues? Christ.
Her key to the altar room. A handcrafted charm that contains hair and nail clippings. All the keys of the mansion on one golden ring. A heavily perfumed handkerchief with the initials KM in the corner. It's a miracle this ruby hasn't tempted anyone. An emergency kit for boredom.
Drugs.
Werner's personal sketchbook.
And a letter.
Not the time for privacy. Thank you, officer.
Cufflinks. Christ, there's so much shit here to do. Who do I talk to?
So much work, so little time.
Do you know anything about this?
A solid question, sir, but I...
I can't be asked to read all these things. Really?
don't have the answer.
Would you like to report a crime?
Help me, please.
A solid question, sir, but I don't have the answer.
What the fuck do I talk to?
Bored. Call me when you find the answer.
Oh, I can go in here now, okay.
Good day, Mr. Manchios. I am Constable Oswald's partner in this investigation.
Be quick and gentle. Some of your colleagues are untrained boors. Although I don't mind meeting young officers. The new blood here.
If you cooperate in finding Fabio's murderer, there will be no need to meet with the boars again.
That voice. Werner's friend? You're the policeman. What a disappointment.
Only an undercover agent can scour a ditch full of deviants. I am a consulting detective, although I'm capable of replacing the entire department through my consultations.
Sharp-tongued, I like it. May I presume this tongue will get us out of this trouble? I would be so indebted and glad to repay you.
Nothing's changed. I'm looking for the murderer. That's the only way to get us out of trouble.
But it shouldn't take much time, correct? We're all busy, after all.
I need to examine you first. You are a little over the top with your use of makeup, Mr. Manchios. Is it so difficult for you to acknowledge your age?
Well, Sherlock, that's easy for you to say to an old man when you look as though you are barely 15.
But still, it shouldn't be an issue for someone of your status.
For people of my age, it isn't an issue, no. But the younger ones can be so afraid of wrinkles and grey flecks. I have to adapt.
Such a methodical man who cares for his body but misses the soap under his fingernails. Are you so impatient, or perhaps even impulsive?
I wouldn't call myself that. Silly little details. If I missed it, it wasn't important. Or rather, it was less important than who or what I was focused on.
I appreciate your
didn't mean to do
cooperation,
that.
Mr. Manchios. What was Fabio like? His personality, his habits? Anything you can tell me?
He was the brightest star of my parties. Young, magnetic, and full of energy. I don't even want to mention his beauty. Otherwise, I'll be sobbing.
An expensive champion, I imagine.
His performances were flawless. He deserved his payment. Do you think he was murdered because of money?
Possibly. What about the other guests? Were they used to opening their wallets as well?
I wouldn't restrict my guests from anything. I'm sure Fabio received a few coins from others for his services.
Mr. Vogel told me a little about your parties, but I would like to know more directly from you.
I'm all yours, Sherlock. You have me arrested and locked here with you alone.
Why did you invite Mr. Vogel as your special guest?
He's a pretty fellow. He's capable of surprising the public. He has a talent for saying words that no one else would wish to either say or hear.
I suppose I can't argue with that.
He is a free addition to the eccentricity of the party, which is fine by me, as long as it enhances my party.
I'd like to know who you usually invite to your parties.
Free minds who are able to leave reality for an evening, who can taste forbidden fruit without prejudice. There is nothing that quite spices up life like these parties, assuming one is old enough and has worked many years for the good of one's country.
All true labourers, I see.
You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that.
I've read this letter from Fabio. It had no addressee, but it was found in Mr. Vogel's pocket.
Werner? Strange. I didn't think the two of them corresponded.
I'm sure there is some explanation. Would you care to read it?
Call me superstitious, but I don't care to read a letter from a dead man.
Do you recognize this book? Could Matista have borrowed it from your library?
She didn't ask me. How ungrateful.
The things described in the book were inspiration for the rituals you performed?
Do you really believe that blood, symbols, and incantations can resurrect the dead? They are just eerie tales with a mix of occultism and voodoo. My rituals are a stage to show some of the forbidden pleasures. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about. I've no idea about that. That's not something I know much about.
Do you have any idea who tipped off the police to raid your mansion, Mr. Manchios?
Of course. It was you. I could even say you Sherlocked me in here.
A good guess, but the wrong one. The fellow who did that was Mr. Pinchetti, your major domo.
What? Santos? But how could he even know? If he's not the murderer himself. The ungrateful swine. He has dared to besmirch my reputation.
Not a very eloquent choice of words.
What should I call him then, since he's a snitch? Make him talk, Sherlock. I'm quite certain he knows more about the murder than he has told the police. You'd better ask someone else. I've no idea about that. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else. You'd better ask someone else.
You bought an expensive pair of cufflinks for Fabio. Were they his price? Or were they a tip for an exclusive show?
It was pure business. Fabio escorted me a few times. I was merely showing my gratitude.
This pair cost a small fortune. You must be extremely grateful then. Tell me more.
You've thrust a knife in an exposed nerve, Sherlock. Yes, he was my protege and my beacon also. With my experience and his beauty, we could have achieved anything. I had faith in him. I would have made him. I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
Oh my god, there's so much shit here. I don't think it was him. He's the least likely to have done it, I think. Who is this?
I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable
Oh,
Oswald.
her.
You are Matista, Fabio's friend.
This body, yes, it's Matista. But it's a mere shell that will die someday. Just like Fabio.
Please accept my condolences for your friend.
Thank you.
I'm just here to ask questions and find Fabio's murderer.
It will not bring Fabio back.
Blood-filled bruises. Cuts herself. The fuck? Shackles? She a prisoner? The fuck?
Fabio and yourself were slaves, am I correct? You have a similar branding on your body.
Yes. It was a long time ago.
Couldn't help but also notice fresh cuts upon your forearms.
The cuts helped me to forget my past, to cover the old wounds and hide them.
How did you escape?
Something happened. One night the master fell down the stairs. I made him fall, and he died. We ran away that day. We managed to get on a ship and traveled here, to Gordona. Fabio and I started a new life here. It was very hard at first, but it became better with time. Until today.
The bruises on your neck are not self-inflicted. Someone else made them.
Some guests can't contain themselves. They even bite, sometimes. I've nothing to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. I've nothing to add.
This book, The Power of Love, Blood and Mandrake, what do you hope to achieve?
To learn more about the invisible strengths that govern us. Occultism is real. The master who fell that night when Fabio and I escaped, I made him fall. I cast a spell on him and it...
Nah, mate, you
worked.
pushed him.
Or was it a coincidence?
The universe is rarely so lazy.
If you say so. This is the letter the police found in Mr. Vogel's pocket. Fabio wrote it. Do you know anything about it?
I don't. Although I can feel Fabio's energy. It's there, but it refuses to let me analyze it.
Shut up.
Do you practice occult rituals?
For protection? For fortune? To wash away the ugliness of the world? Sometimes to survive. I have the gift, and I'm learning to use it better.
Did you use your gift on Fabio?
I only used white magic. Love charms lately. Fabio became so distant. I just wanted him to be with me, but I suppose I'm not as skilled as I thought. I know I can handle the news.
I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I'm not supposed to know anything about this.
So the police found a letter from Fabio in your pocket?
I cannot tell if it was truly in my pocket at all. Perhaps it was placed there later.
Well, that is one hypothesis. If it were true, then how did it get there?
No clue. But this night has been rather eccentric.
Eee.
Such a detail could have easily eluded me.
Indeed. Do you recall reading it?
I can't remember that either. But I tend to respect privacy. Reading others' personal notes is not one of my perversities. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here. I can't follow you here. I can't follow you here. I'm not supposed to know anything about this. I don't think I can tell you anything about this. I can't follow you here.
I have learned who told the police about the crime. It was Santos Pinchetti.
Do I know him?
The major domo of the manor. He cleans up after you?
Well, then he does his job perfectly. All but invisible. I couldn't tell you the first thing about him. The air here is rather refreshing.
No.
I'd even recommend that some of my friends visit the place.
I'm sure what to do now. Matthias may have performed the ritual in Fabio to bring his love back. Maybe. Matthew was bruised by the guests. I should take Mr. Oswald in the archives to question him as a suspect. Where's the archives? God damn it.
I'll visit you later.
You'd better ask me a question I know how to answer. I don't think I can tell you anything about this.
Have you considered Mr. Santos Pinchetti as a suspect?
The snitch? Have you seen him? I mean, my breath could knock him down. What's so special about him?
As a major domo, he has keys that open all the rooms, including the one to the crime scene. Could have testified only to circumvent suspicion, don't you think? We need to question him.
Right. I'll send our men to fetch him. Stay here.
Chop chop,
They
old
brought
man.
him in, Mr. Holmes. Here's in room number 7. Mr. Pinchetti didn't even resist, our men said.
Thank you.
Oh, I keep running to the wrong fucking side. Where's room 7?
Mr. Pinchetti, a pleasure to meet you. I'm Sherlock Holmes. I'm helping Constable Oswald.
I've already told him everything I know. I'm only a witness, sir. Everything's in my report.
And I've read it. You forgot to mention that you hold the keys to the room where Fabio was found. I need only to find if the crime was intentional.
But I need to return to my duties.
I doubt the house will fall without you, Mr. Pinchetti. Just be still for a few seconds.
Let me look at you. Repaired multiple times. Coloured more than once.
You are the major domo of a rich mansion, and you seem barely able to afford decent clothing. You hide under heavy makeup a skin disease that might be treated with more onerous but less harmful means. Do you have money troubles?
I do not have a lot of means. The pay is below what you might expect.
But you could easily change your job if your employer does not meet your elementary needs.
One can change his employer, that is true.
And the blood on your shoe, where does that come from?
I don't actually know. Perhaps from a guest?
Did you know Fabio?
Not personally. He was a frequent guest, and cleaning the mess after his performances was tedious. Mr. Manchios always had a role for him, and mainly the leading one. The parties were always Fabio-centric.
And Batista? Was she as popular as her partner?
Don't tell her I said this, but I do not think so. Mr. Manchios hired her only because Fabio refused to work without her. Mr. Manchios used to see her as a worker. She was tasked with entertaining the guests, unlike Fabio, who could pick and choose.
I recognize the key from the altar room among these.
Will and no. Moustache wax and a salt lamp. What the fuck?
Mr. Manchios says that you begged him to be included in the heritage. Isn't that a little extreme, even for a major domo?
He's not only my employer, he's my uncle. And I'm his next of kin. The only one. Mr. Manchios flatly refuses to pay a family member. All I have to do is repay his so-called love, cleaning up the filth after perverts and decadents. He's imprisoned me. The best I can hope for is a new broom. That's why I wanted to have my part of the inheritance.
Is it that bad? You have a roof above your head, a salary, and the status of a major domo.
For God's sake. I'm forced to dye and stitch my threadbare clothes, and the holes in my shoes are painful. I'm ashamed every time a guest looks at me closely.
Why do you think your uncle treats you this way?
My mother, my uncle's sister, had me illegitimately. She died, and I was given the surname of one of the maids.
But you are entitled to some of the money that belongs to your family.
He thinks not. I was not responsible for my mother's death. I work hard, and he pays me nothing. I feed on the leftovers. While he wastes our estate's property on decadent parties, he paid Fabio handsomely and showered him with expensive gifts for their disgusting relationship. Please let me out.
Oh god, how many of these are there? don't know how far I am. Yeah, I'm gonna finish the main story. I don't know. Yeah, we need to play the Warriors. And do the whole game. Last time I played, a couple of times we played it, we only done the beginning, I think. Oh yeah. I hope we can still stream it like that.
I have reason to believe that the intended recipient of the incriminating letter may have been Kurt Manchos.
Well, that makes sense. Too bad I can't remember how I came to possess it. Though I did spend quite some time with Mr. Manchios during the party.
Unfortunately, even with an answer, that may still not be enough to clear you with the police. But fear not, I will persevere.
I hope your attempt to put things straight will make up for...
you being on a bender?
Touché.
Okay, now I'm getting tired now.
I know you can untangle this mess.
Please let me out.
Oh.
There is undeniable evidence that you were the original recipient of this letter.
What are you talking about? Is it addressed to me?
Your protégé wanted a fresh start, it seems. This is sufficient to charge you.
Me? Hurt my star? Are you insane that you would accuse me of such a thing?
He did not consider himself as yours. Since you deny everything, let's move on. Do you have any idea as to how the letter could have ended up in Mr. Vogel's pocket?
You were the detective. Perhaps he took it from Fabio. Werner was a little high. I've no idea about that.
I've read the letter about your will. A harsh method of ridiculing Santos. I doubt he will use mustache wax when he wears no mustache to begin with.
Where did you get it? Is the slug here? Tell him I shouldn't have to provide for him. He's a grown man who shouldn't sit on his uncle's neck. He conceives himself as my only heir.
And who is he to you?
He's a leech on my aging body. He has only added problems to my life since the death of his mother.
I fail to see why you made him your major domo.
He needed to know his place, so I taught him. I can't wrap my head around...
Fuck's sake, I just want to finish this fucking... case.
Such a tragedy at my party.
Could Fabio have written this letter to Kurt Manchos?
Oh. That could be. I never thought Mr. Manchios could make Fabio that angry, though.
What do you mean?
Well, Fabio wanted to disassociate from Mr. Manchios. Clients who are in love are both a blessing and a curse.
But Fabio was here tonight.
Money. In our line of work, we can't afford to turn down clients who pay as well as Kurt Manchios.
Was Fabio afraid of Mr. Manchos?
Not at all. The old toad wouldn't dare to do more than sweet talk and touching. Talk can be forgotten, and touching washed away.
Maybe I should add his feelings. Who else do I talk to about this?
Are you done yet? Can I leave?
Thank you for your cooperation, Mr. Pinchetti. Well...
I can't wrap my head around such a tragedy at my party.
I know I can handle the news.
Oh god, I don't want to fucking know. What did the letter say? Why would he kill him? Doesn't make any sense. I'm framing. Yeah. I'm saying it's her. She's fucked in the head. She needs help. I don't know. Let me save it just in case.
Matista, you killed Fabio during the ritual.
What? No! I could never.
You were there when Fabio was killed. He fought for his life and inflicted those bruises on your body, but you knocked him out eventually.
I was with the guests all the time. Manchios ordered me.
Crazy eyes.
You knocked out Fabio with a bottle, you locked the door and placed him on the altar.
Yep.
You cast spells and pushed a blade between his ribs. The blood from his wound was used to draw symbols across his body and the room itself. You wanted to use your gift to resurrect
She
him,
thinks she
but
can
failed
do
to
magic.
wake up. So you cleaned yourself up and left the room, realizing the full scale of what you'd done.
That's just wrong. I didn't do it. You didn't see what happened.
Oh, so
Then
something
tell me,
happened.
what did happen?
You did do it.
No, I wasn't there. You weren't either.
Fabio was a rising star. Cordona already
give me
knew
lip.
of him, and you were not as popular. Your duo was coming to an end. He would have left you, and you were afraid of that. Since you believe in your gift, you thought you could revive him after death. And that time, he would have stayed with you.
That is not true. I was afraid of him leaving me, but I would never have hurt him.
You're a monster.
I can see that life hasn't been kind to you. Since childhood, you have been used and abused. The guests at the Manchios mansion are not that different. And even if you think you are in control, such a life takes a heavy toll regardless. The only good thing you had in your life was Fabio. You were so frightened of losing him that you killed him. I believe your only chance for a normal life is to receive medical help. Psychiatrists will help you.
Others have always decided what my life should be. And you're no different, Mr. Holmes.
That is your only option, Matista. I'm afraid you can't choose.
Don't get to go around killing people, bitch. Okay. Did that work?
I'd weep if I had any tears left at all.
Boo-hoo! Cry me a fucking river!
I wish everything were different.
I know you can untangle this mess.
I'll remember this horror forever.
Okay, what the fuck do I do?
So much work, so little time.
It was
There we go.
Matista, Fabio's friend. All the evidence points to her. It is sadly the result of her traumatic past. She requires medical help. There can be no good in executing a person who has such an illness.
She doesn't look sick to me.
That's why the professionals should handle it.
I suppose you're right. It's still good enough for my promotion. As for my part, not everything was in place. Perhaps some documents were transferred somewhere else, but I couldn't find a trace of them. Then I remembered. The discarded document drawers where we put the lost papers or the badly labelled ones. including the crime scene report of Violet Holmes's case. Everything I've found is on the desk here. Take it.
Your persistence has saved me.
Yeah, well, we had a deal after all. Your friend is free then. You can leave.
Good luck, Constable.
Woohoo. Yeah. What's a victim?
Garden. There's a garden behind our manor. How could I forget? That's where it all happened, where it all went wrong.
Oh, you did it, Sherlock. The case is closed and all rewards belong to the winner. Bravo.
It is merely the triumph of the truth.
Is it? No compromises? No lies? You're happy with your decisions?
Yes.
It was the best decision I could obtain. The truth must be
Some
told in
knobhead.
the way it is most acceptable.
You're making progress, Sherlock. I was right to believe in you.
The guy from the art
By the way,
gallery.
did you get that precious information about your mother? Oh, not that you must.
Yes, I did.
Forgive my intrusion in such a personal matter. I simply worry I'm failing to be of much help to you.
Actually, you were. For some reason, all the archives on the case had disappeared. This was a rare opportunity to obtain the impossible.
Outrageous. Perhaps someone found the truth unpleasant. Society usually rejects those who speak with too much honesty, doesn't it?
A comfortable lie is often preferred to an uncomfortable truth. Still, I believe that the latter should prevail, and I cannot remain silent.
That's quixotism at its best. Your mere truth cannot defeat institutions, systems, and power. Etiquette, religion, marriage, they're all lies told to preserve connections, love, and sanity. And it's all corruptible.
Lies destroy human dignity. How could you make
God,
a free
what are you lot
decision
chatting
without
about?
any knowledge of the truth?
Are we really
bothered?
free to decide anything in this world, Sherlock?
I am free!
Oh, yes. It's a struggle, but yes, we can make our own decisions. That's what I fight for.
And what an endless fight it is. Will you ever give yourself a break, Sherlock? You're a walking contradiction, Sherlock. You refuse to lie to others, but constantly lie to yourself. How long until the train comes off the track? I cannot look away, but perhaps I should take a few steps back. You're an accident waiting to happen, dear. Until then, I shall bid you adieu.
Just fuck off, you cunt. God, that guy really pisses me off. Absolute fucking knobhead. Right, be right back. Ooh. I'm getting off in a minute. I can't be asked to play anymore, it's late. Got work tomorrow.
Hey, is anybody at home? Hello?
I would play longer, but if I didn't have work tomorrow. Oh, I need to get off. I want to just finish this game, to be honest. I don't need to stream all the side quests, I don't think.
You're not obliged to be here, Sherry.
Oh, I've got to go in the garden, I think.
We can leave any time you want.
Didn't I get some beehives off someone?
I should write a book about the behavior of bees someday.
What the fuck? Is it this? Oh, is this? No, I've done this. Oh, I've got a mind palace. What? I don't fucking know. Oh. Oh, here.
Sherry, please listen to me. Sherry.
John, I always listen to you.
You don't have to do this. You don't have to go through. I don't know what is beyond this
Get out
door,
of my
but
way.
I can feel it. Buzzing, angry like a fly at the window.
I know. I can sense it too.
You locked away this memory for a reason. There is only pain here.
Pain? And truth.
You do not need to suffer either. There is so much more we can do on Cordona, so many others we can help. There is no coming back from this.
This reminds me of Moon Knight. This does.
John, my anima, my brother, there is nothing more important in this moment than this truth. I know you fear for me, but my path was set long ago. I can no more step off it than I can ask the avalanche to roll back uphill.
Just please be careful, Sherry. I love you.
Quite. Come on. We'll go together. Why didn't I remember we had such a big garden?
Maybe you forgot it for your own good.
Oh, I can't be asked to do this. Is this a long bit? I don't know. Probably not. Can't even fucking run. Who's this?
Is that the raft we made together, John?
Looks more like a pile of rotten planks now.
That's...
The hell? Oh god, what the fuck is this?
Come here, Sherry. Hurry!
These must help calm her down.
The hell?
What are you thinking about? Is everything all right?
God damn it. So you got off that fucking guess what's going on now.
What are you thinking about? Is everything all right?
Ah, yes. The statue of Merope. My mother was trying to restore it. Pity she never had the opportunity to finish.
Why can't I fucking run? There she is.
Don't go, Mother, wait! I remember this artifact from Mother's collection. Mother's work journal. I liked poring over the detailed pages and reading about my parents' collection.
How is this? Why can't I go forward?
Here it is. We'll just borrow it for a while.
Did you hear that? Someone's coming. Let's take a peek.
You call this progress? Charlotte, amateur. I'm not letting you anywhere near my mother again.
Any result is progress, even if it is a worsening of her condition. It informs my...
No. I have made my decision. She must be sent to a legitimate medical facility. I will not let her hurt Sherlock.
What? Master Holmes, you do not understand.
That will be all. I expect you to have left the house by week's end.
Sherry, say something. Can you hear me? You're scaring me. Sherry, say something.
I'm here. Come closer.
Can you hear me? You're scaring me.
Sherry, come here, darling.
Oh, darling.
Sherlock?
Coming,
I'm
Mother.
Here. Come closer.
This was for my mother, wasn't it? I remember how we came to the garden for a breath of fresh air.
Fuck's sake. Don't tell me I drowned her or something.
Take
That
me
pushed
to
her in
my
the pond.
flowers, Sherry. They must already be in bloom.
As you wish, Mum.
That'd be the dumbest thing.
I bet you missed the fresh air, didn't you?
Terribly. The sun is far brighter than I remember. But I like it.
We can walk each day from now on, if you want.
That would be wonderful. Just look at them. The stars of the earth. Even the sky must be jealous of their beauty.
Indeed. Mother, would you like to go around the water?
That would be perfect.
Mate,
I've
anyhow.
always wanted such a nice pond
If
in
he
London.
dropped her in now, something.
It looks so peaceful.
Mycroft knew you would like it.
We should put some fish in it, don't you think?
How about some carp?
That's a nice idea.
Mate, this is what it's leading up to. Like, what else is it gonna be? He drowned, it says.
Let's visit your father's tree.
Or you, or
It
she
grows so
choked.
fast,
Or something,
just
I don't
like
know.
you.
We could even build a tree house.
Maybe not.
Yes, Sherry.
A tree.
Speaking of your father, could you call him out, please?
Mom! I'm sorry. He passed away. He's gone.
No, he's not.
I'm telling the truth. Did you forget again?
No! Don't you dare say such things! You are
Oh,
a liar
shit.
like all the others!
Mother!
Don't call me that! You aren't fooling me!
No! Mum, it hurts!
My son would never lie!
Mum, stop!
Who are you? Reveal yourself!
Please, stop! It's me, Sherlock!
I don't know, she has some, like, mental illness. Don't know why she can't walk.
You are not my
Sometimes.
Sherry! Get me my supper!
Can't, you're trying to drown me. Mate, kill her. Kill her. Kill her. Punch her in the fucking head. She used to be in the mental home. I'm afraid. Let me guess. Someone stopped her. Killed her. Mother tried to drown me. Yeah, that one sounds right. Because I saw the biopsy. She had a cut in her neck. Vertical cut. It's got to be that one. Oh, for fuck's sake. That's what I thought before anyway, so fuck it.
Sherlock. Sherlock. Can you hear me? Come on, wake up.
Get off me.
Sherry.
You knew, and more than that, you
Sherlock
hid it
Hesque.
from me.
You couldn't bear the truth, Sherlock, so I shouldered it for you. I took your pain, your horror.
Otto Richter murdered my mother, and Mycroft covered it up. Whisked me away from this place, buried me in schoolwork, and left the past to rot.
And you needed a way to cope, so I helped.
You were a lie, John, a fiction, a crutch.
No, I was a friend. Sherlock, please.
Sherlock?
What?
Are you okay?
I don't know.
I told you not to come, Sherlock. Where is he?
Who?
Your friend, John.
He's beside you.
Was all this worth it? Is he worth it?
Why is he here?
I think, in his own way, he was trying
That
to...
animation is terrible.
The truth I
On the
couldn't
left.
bear. But now I must face it.
Wow, it's so glitchy. Glitching out. Fuck.
Sherlock? What are you doing?
You...
Hey, what is this?
You kept me in the dark and kept your actions quiet.
It's dumb.
You enabled Richter and his
This is
untested
out of our
quackery
character
for
for
far
Sherlock
too
Holmes.
long. And worse, you wanted to lock up our mother.
I wanted to give you a chance at normalcy, childhood. There was no changing what happened, no good to come of dwelling in the past.
It was lies upon lies. Otto Richter was trying to save her, but you decided he deserved to take the fall. Is that justice?
The big picture, Sherlock. The big
I am
picture.
justice.
Perhaps Richter was not responsible for her fit of rage, but his treatment led inexorably to that moment. You were so fragile. I could not... I just couldn't. I chose us over him.
You know, for once I believe you. Perhaps now that the truth is out, I can actually do what you had hoped. Leave it all in the past.
Good. You have your whole life ahead of you, Sherlock. It is time you got on with it.
That's the end of the game. Didn't think it was that quick.
I was worried there for a minute, Sherry. Really worried. I didn't want to hurt you. What's so funny?
I am talking to myself, John. I think I was hurt regardless.
But we made a good team, eh? Explored every inch of this place together. Helped a lot of people. Terrorized a few too, I suppose. I think I may go so far as to say, Sherry, that I have not lived wholly in vain.
So that's it. It's over.
You've opened every door, Sherry. Faced the past you locked away. You don't
Can I not carry on and do the other cases or something? I've got loads of shit here.
I don't want you to go.
Oh, why has he done it?
Yes, you do.
I thought it was glitching. I think it's just part of the game.
Bye, John.
Closing the chapter. Remember everything. can't be the end. There was like 2 main missions, that's it. That can't be the end. There's like 2 or 3 main missions in the whole game. What the hell?
Why are you here?
Closure, I suppose.
Oh, this prick!
Friend.
You and I are not friends. In a race between the thawing of the ice caps and our friendship, I would buy a boat.
Ha! Is that right?
I can see it now. I know what you did.
What did I do?
You needled me. From the moment we met, you were searching for weakness. You pushed me to pursue the truth about my mother. You questioned everything I did, everything I believed, to break me. To blur truth and fiction, reality, morality. A saboteur in silk. Was it vengeance, Werner? Or do you prefer Klaus?
Excuse me?
You are Klaus Richter, Otto's younger brother. Only responsible for his end.
Ha! There was no love lost between me and my brother. I am sure you can relate. Otto was merely the gravity that pulled me into your orbit. Or you into mine. Once I met you, I could not keep away.
Why? What reason do you have for all this?
To help you.
You're lying.
To show you that you were wrong.
More lies. I know you now, Werner. Try again.
To see what had happened. Or is that yet another untruth? Doesn't matter. Take your pick. Who cares? You're my masterpiece. I turned Sisyphus into Ozymandias. You could not see the futility of your quest until I helped you to let go of the rock. And now, nothing beside remains.
I remain. Despite you and to spite you.
It is a matter of will and power now. Will you overcome this, or shall you decay? Oh, on that note, I brought you something.
I want nothing more from you.
When one wants for nothing, Sherlock, the best thing to get them is something personal. So, here you are. Now, please excuse me, but the gallery calls. I'm already conceiving my next project.
What the fuck is that?
You really are beautiful.
What the fuck is this meant to be?
My brother returned to London soon after our disagreement. He enrolled at Cambridge University, but attends only the rare classes that hold his interest. I hear he took employment at a hospital laboratory, obsessing over his experiments. I suppose he seeks solace in the empirical truth of a chemical test. I am afraid for him. His evenings are spent alone, solving citizens' menial mysteries to pass the time. And I suspect he is growing paranoid. One of my agent's vehicles recently ignited during a surveillance operation. She was lucky to get out alive.
So what, this
There
game
is
was a
only
prequel
one
or
man
something?
who could orchestrate such a feat. Or perhaps 2. I saved my brother. He will never forgive me.
I think they're gonna make more, so I'll get the next ones as well. What's this? What the fuck? What the fuck?
I found it! I found it! I found it!
And what is that?
Who is that?
How far, bruises may be produced after death. How are you? You have been in Afghanistan, I perceive.
How on earth did you know that?
Never mind. The question now is about bruising. No doubt you see the significance of this discovery of mine.
It is
It's definitely on the dire good stuff.
Practically.
Why, it is the most practical medico-legal discovery for years. Had we these data sooner, hundreds of men would have paid the penalty for their crimes. Cases oft hinge upon how a man died. Now, we can know which wounds he suffered alive, which occurred post-mortem, and what instrument was responsible. And ergo, one will soon be able to calculate with utmost precision when and where death occurred, sparing the innocent and damning the guilty.
Well, then you are to be congratulated.
Indeed. But, you came here on business.
Correct again. I am looking for someone with whom to take diggings, and heard you were complaining that you could get no one to go halves with you.
I have my eye on a suite in Baker Street, which would suit us down to the ground. You don't mind the smell of strong tobacco, I hope?
I smoke ships myself.
That's good enough. I get in the dumps at times, and don't open my mouth for days on end. Just let me alone, and I'll soon be right. What have you to confess now? It's best for two fellows to know what bruises each other carries before they begin to live together. My last companion and I...
Well, I object to rows because my
is that
nerves
Watson?
are shaken. And I get up at all sorts of ungodly hours. And I am extremely lazy. I have another set of vices when I'm well. But those are the principal ones at present.
Do you include violin playing in your category for rows?
It depends on the player. A well-played violin is a treat for the gods. A badly played one.
Oh, no, that's all right. I think we may consider the thing
The name is
settled.
Sherlock Holmes, and the address is 221B
forgive my
Baker
manners,
Street.
My attention wavers. Sherlock Holmes.
Dr. John Watson.
There we go,
Sherlock.
Dr. Watson. At the end. Fucking just choppy. That was okay, I guess. Main story wasn't that good, but the other side quests is alright. I want to go back and do them now. I missed loads of shit. Continue. Mate, don't take the piss. You can't go back. Don't fucking take the piss. That's bullshit if you can't. Let me do something else.
Sherlock.
I'm watching all this.
Can you... I killed my own... You were a lie, John. A fiction.
Sherlock?
What?
Are you...
There is only one thing to be done.
What are you talking about?
To expect adherence to the principles of truth and justice, but to fail to hold oneself likewise accountable, it would be hypocrisy. My mother died by my hand. I must turn myself into... Are you going to berate me too? Try...
Is there different endings? I think I picked the best ending, if that's the case. First time. I fucking skip this.
Why are you here?
Closure, I suppose. And to help a friend.
I was prepared to take responsibility for my actions, but again my brother conspired against me. A little diplomatic pressure and the trial was dismissed. Instead, I was exiled from Cordona. Freedom never tasted so bitter. Another perversion of justice at Mycroft's hand. With no means, no home, and no purpose, I returned...
And the same fucking thing. Star Trek my steak.
I found it! I found it!
And...
Wow. I picked the best ending. Well, the same fucking shit, really. I leave this place.
Sherlock, I'm here. Come
Oh
closer.
no. You're in the way of my door. Alright, good. So... I want to buy some shit for the house. How do I want to get all the shit?
Extra, extra! Stop in the name of the law!
Oh wait, I want to read that.
Interested in some Cordona news? Check the front page. You won't regret it.
The best antiques in the dish. My goods will brighten up your house.
Book. And skeleton.
Enjoy your purchase.
What else is there?
Simply the best, the finest clothes for
Got
the
any
finest
clothes?
citizens.
All these outfits.
Of course, think it over. Take your time.
Point.
Simply the best garments.
Fuck's the clothes shop? Garden decoration. Oh no, garden decoration.
You'll never find such... My goods will brighten up your house.
Jesus.
Enjoy your purchase. Make your garden cozy. My goods will brighten up your house.
David ain't alive.
Enjoy your purchase.
I'll get down there. The fuck? Bloody hell, I've been on this game for 3 hours. The game feels long, but like time goes quick on this game. Even though I'm not doing much. Mate, why is the shop just all the way out here? No one's coming over here.
Refresh your interior.
Christ.
Pick what... My goods will brighten up your
Fucking
house.
middle of nowhere. I can't even afford all this shit.
Enjoy your purchase.
Give me your fucking money. Ugh.
The best antiques in the district.
What the hell? Look at this guy puking. I'm putting this on TikTok.
Exquisite furniture for your home.
Alright, let me look at the house with the new gear. New gear!
Garden's much prettier, don't you think? I bet the memories are all flooding back now.
Is it? What did I get in the garden? I've got a carpet, yeah. Oh, I've got the poster as well.
This portrait was painted some time before my father's death. I would guess.
I can sense an incoming memory, Sherry. Do you? This time I was first to pick beds. This one's mine now.
We used to take a shortcut down the banisters, much to everyone's annoyance.
Oh yeah, what fun. They had to fix these handrails several times. I wouldn't try it now, Sherry, tempting though it is.
What the fuck? That's that other person.
I hope Wooden Joe won't object to a new friend. I was so frustrated to find only one bed in this room. Mycroft initially refused to bring another for you, but after a week-long dispute, he gave in.
What a stubborn man. How well do you think he would sleep without a bed?
I was getting off, but I didn't realise it was right at the end of the game, so I just finished it. And I'm just looking at this shit. And then I'm gonna get off. hold on. Actually, before I get off. I want to check. Where is this next one? Front yard. Here's the front yard.
My mother liked the story of David and Goliath. She said it doesn't matter how small you are, you can always overcome any obstacle.
Where is it then?
Best place for reading. I should write a book about the behavior of bees someday.
Oh wait, what's this?
Ah yes, we were sword fighting in this very spot.
And that time I was the winner.
So, as your victory prize, you asked me to fulfill a wish. I remember we did something the very next night, John, but what was it? We brought a cage with us. You insisted it must be made of iron.
That's because we were preparing to hunt fairies in our garden. Everyone knows iron is the only thing that can hold them.
And I was distinctly uncomfortable.
It was a disguise, of course. Fairies are easy to scare off, unless you're incognito.
And every trap needs bait. We brought honey and a glass of warm milk.
After 2 hours lying in wait, we noticed movement in the bushes. The fairies appeared at last.
No, it was just Isolde the pig. She was lured by the smell of honey and milk, and ate every last drop. Isolde belonged to Mr. Sim in Miner's End and escaped regularly. At least twice a month we would see him searching for her all over the island.
Maybe reading that. Okay, I want to see one of these combat things. Bandit lair. I haven't even done one yet. Let's see what it is. Maybe it'll be fun. Maybe. Big maybe. What the fuck?
I'm coming for you.
What's this? Mate, what the fuck?
Overcome him! Don't...
I couldn't miss the party.
Fuck you.
No, you killed him!
Dickhead.
We can overcome the brute now.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
He's all yours now. Go for it.
Don't cry, you'll live.
It's like I'm playing Ghost Recon. Ah!
The snuff's red.
Shit.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
Ah. Reload.
I'll put you 6 feet under.
Too simple.
Hey, you could have kept him alive.
What? I was showing a hat. Oh, fuck off. That's it. Fucking cunts.
I'm coming.
Come in, quick. Why can't I get behind him?
I will end you.
Need to fucking shoot the thing behind him.
Overcome him, don't run.
Why can't I like...
I'm coming for you.
Take a rest, my friend.
Then I can roll.
Time to knock this guy out.
Don't bother moving. You've lost.
The snuff's ready.
Not that easy.
The hell?
He's all yours now. Go for it.
Too simple.
Oh my god.
I couldn't miss the party. I couldn't miss the party.
Don't cry, you'll live.
Ah.
Take a rest, my...
Give him the pepper snuff.
Give him your pepper snuff, mate.
No more crime for you.
The snuff's ready.
More.
Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
I'm coming.
I'm coming.
Too simple.
Eat lead.
Damn it.
I am invincible.
The hell? Why aren't it doing it? Like a ninja.
No, you killed him.
Oops.
Hey, you could have kept him alive.
You know what, fuck it. You lot can die. Don't give a fuck. Is that all that is? I ain't doing that again. Fuck that. Yeah, I'm done. I'm not streaming this anymore. I finished the story mode. It was alright, I guess. The other one was better, the other Sherlock Holmes game. I'm going. Cheerio.